Hey everybody, what's up? This video is about loving yourself. Okay, because honestly, as you know, I'm kind of I wouldn't call myself a religious person. I don't even necessarily know if I'd call myself a Christian. But I do consider myself to try to live up to the Bible's standards. And so some people think, especially Christians, think that you shouldn't really love yourself. And I think that is so toxic and so wrong that it's insane. Just no consideration for when the Bible was written and what this might have meant or whatever. Like, first of all, it doesn't say don't love yourself. And just in general, a lot of people, even people who, a lot of people, most of them who are not Christians, really don't love themselves. And it's wild to me. And you can tell by what people say, even when they insult you, that what they insult you with, you know, first of all, if someone insults you, it's because it's something that they would also be hurt by, usually. So that if they say it to you, they figure that you'll be hurt too. But a lot of them don't realize that you might actually love yourself and they don't. So when they insult you, you're like, oh, that doesn't hurt me. Would that hurt their feelings? Or do they really not love themselves that much? And it's frustrating. Hope I explained that well. Anyways, if you don't love yourself, I don't know. Like, let's say even something as simple as finding yourself attractive. I find myself attractive. Sometimes I find myself really attractive. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I enjoy what I see. When I look into the video that I film, I enjoy what I see. I think I'm aesthetically pleasing to some extent. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, whatever you want to say. There's universal beauty, this and that. It's subjective. It's whatever. But this is who I am. Like, I walk around in the world looking like this. This is what I look like. And I do everything in this body. I give, I go here, I go there, I do this, I do that, I do this activity, I hang out with these people. This is what I look like. So, I mean, like, when you go to work, when you take a shower, when you go to the movies, when you go to a park, when you walk your dog, when you brush your teeth, like, everything you do is in here. So if you don't like this, how could you ever... I just feel like it takes away so much. It takes away so much of the experience of being alive, walking around in this body that you've been given. It's wild to me. It's wild. This body that God gave you. And it's you don't enjoy it. You don't like it. I know some of us have defects. Some of us might even have mutations or whatever. But you need to find yourself at least somewhat attractive in order to be truly happy. I truly believe that if you don't find yourself attractive at least somewhat, you can never be truly happy. This is you, like, you know, I don't know. I just don't get that. You gotta find yourself attractive. I never really thought I was ugly. I've had insecurities, like about my nose, or even my eye color, or my ears, or my forehead, or when I had acne, I thought, and those moments where I found myself unattractive were so unbearable to me because I usually do. I wasn't used to not feeling attractive. And so I can only imagine that some people think that feeling is just normal. They just feel that feeling all the time. They just never feel attractive. It's like, wow, there's no confidence. There's no, you don't feel like you deserve anything if you don't find yourself attractive. Like, there's a lot of subconscious things that go along with feeling like you're attractive. It's an instinctual, primal thing. If you don't find yourself attractive, it's almost like an environmental setting being suicidal in a way. Think about it. Attraction has to do with, essentially, animalistically speaking, breeding. So if you don't find yourself attractive, and you don't think anyone else does, you have to realize, what are you really saying? Like, you don't realize what you're actually saying, how big of a statement that actually is, how big of an impact that has on you, your body, your mind, your soul. You know, you're really hurting yourself when you call yourself unattractive. There's a lot of women online who constantly just berate themselves and just look for others to validate their attraction. Like, heart this if you think I'm ugly, and like this if you think I'm not, or rate me, or whatever. And it's such a disservice to do that. I will never ask anybody to rate me, because what I think about myself is really all that matters, and what you think about yourself is really all that matters. Don't get me wrong, you should, like, if you find yourself attractive, that basically means that you think other people find you attractive. That's basically what that means. So, I find myself attractive, therefore I know some other people do. Maybe not everybody, but other people do. And so you go walk around with that feeling, and it fills you up. It doesn't fill you up all the way. You need other things too. But it fills you up to a point where you can be kind of happy. And then there's other things you need. You need love, and, you know, you need support. You need a lot of other things besides that. But that gets you there to a point. It's really important to find yourself attractive. Can you love what you hate about yourself? It's a challenge. I challenge you to try to love what you hate about yourself. You know, when I was growing older, my nose was bigger than the rest of my face. My ears were this size when I was younger. I mean, there's a lot of things that didn't add up proportionately, but I found myself attractive at that time. I look back at myself now, and I realize that, okay, maybe I wasn't back then, or whatever. I have insecurities like everybody else. I'm not a superhero. As much as I try to pretend to be, I'm not. I know I'm not. So, maybe out of this body, maybe spiritually, I am a superhero. But when I'm here in the world, physically, this is who I am. And so, it's so important to find yourself attractive. Like, there's been times where I didn't like my voice. There's been times where, like, whatever. Like, I wish my eyes were a different color. I wish my hair was a different color, or whatever. Like, everybody goes through that. Everybody has insecurities about the way they look. But to find yourself unattractive, it's not something I want to understand. I understand it anyway, really. I really do understand what it's like to find yourself unattractive. Like I've said, I've had small moments. But to feel that your whole life, oh, you're missing out on so much. You're missing out on a lot. I just felt like this was an important video. I felt like it was really something that was aching in me to come out. You know, I really needed to make this video, because it's been bothering me. You know, I know women like to have attention online, so they'll say a lot of things. But honestly, when I see people online talking about how unattractive they are, or how many injuries they have, or, oh, I'm in the hospital again, or, oh, I can't believe you did that to me a long time ago, maybe it was 10 years ago. It's always women. Men usually don't do that, thank God. I wish nobody did that. It's really toxic. Whenever you see someone freak out and hurt a child, that's usually a woman, you know. There's things that women do that should be looked at. But that'll be another video. But because a lot of people put the blame on men. Oh, men commit more murder and they're more violent, and by nature they're like this and they're gross or whatever. Okay, we can work on those, and we will work on those. But things about women are just not addressed. And I'm really not sexist. I love women. I think women should be allowed to do everything men do. I'm not even like anti-abortion or any of that stuff. Like, I wouldn't even mind. I honestly don't have a problem with tampons and pads being free to women. I honestly don't, because it is kind of a necessity, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm really not anti-women. I'm not sexist, but there will be a video about that. And this video isn't directed just towards women. It's directed towards men, too. I really don't get that. If you're a man and you don't find yourself attractive, you and me are so far away from each other, and I just want to hug you and say, "Come here, brother," because I just don't understand how you and me can be that different. You're a man, I'm a man. Why can't you? I don't understand why people don't find themselves attractive. But anyways, I just hope that you got the message. I hope that you got it. I know I kind of went off the end there and started talking about women and stuff because I'm planning on making a video about that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe even tonight at some point. But anyways, I love you guys and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll be back in a flash.